edition of Mr. Genie Piano Lesson. I hope you're excited. I hope you are getting started. Today we continue the practical session. I'm very excited. I'm very energized. Yes. Now, last week what did we do? Yes, we talked about the key signatures. Remember the sharps, the A major, the D major, the F major, the G major, and it's amazing, right? Now, yes, I remember I gave you an assignment. Yes, I gave you an assignment. I told you to derive the major keys for E major and key B major, right? Remember, we did the major keys. We talked about the E major, the octave. We said E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and E itself. Remember? And the B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now, I hope you had it right. The assignment, I hope you got it right. Now, this is what we're going to do. Now, remember we did a tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So, by now you should be on your keyboard or your piano. And let's do this. Let's do this. Now, from E to F, is it a tone or a semitone? Remember we did that? From E to F, is it a tone or a semitone? E to F. Okay, yes, I remember. E to F. Because there is no black key in between, we said it's a what? A semitone, remember? But we need a tone. So it has made Mr. Genie sad. So how can we get a tone? We just have to find another semitone. What's the nearby semitone? We sharpen the F. So E to F sharp is a tone, we check. F sharp to G is a what? A semitone, because it's just half of the Genie, we need a tone. And if you don't get a tone, it will make Mr. Genie sad. So what do? We find another semitone. The nearby semitone is G sharp, right? We did all these things. Here is a recap. Then G sharp to A is what? A semitone. So we don't do anything about it because we need our semitone. So we check. A to B, is this a tone or a semitone? It's a tone because that's a black key in between. Remember that? Now B to C, is this a tone or a semitone? B to C. It doesn't have any black key in between. So it's a what? It's a semitone. So what do? We sharpen the C to get our tone. Right? C sharp to D is half of the Genie, which is semitone. What do? We sharpen it. The D to get our tone. Now D sharp to E is what? A semitone, right? So we check. We don't do anything to it. So running the formula through the scale of E, we found out that we had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4. 4 sharps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So we had 4 sharps. So if you had 4 sharps during the assignment, you are right. If you didn't get it, I want you to go back and follow the same steps, right? Yes, this is just a recap, right? I'm just recapping everything. So now we go to the B major. The same way we are following the same pattern. B to C, is this a tone or a semitone? Now B to C is a semitone because it doesn't have any black key on your keyboard. You see, it doesn't have any black key. So B to C is a semitone, but we need a tone. So if you don't get a tone, Mr. Genie will be sad. And I don't want to be sad. I always want to be happy. I know you're happy. I'm excited. So B to C is what? Is a semitone. So what do we do to get a tone? We sharpen the C as usual. C sharp to D, is it a tone or a semitone? C sharp to D is a semitone. We need a tone. What do? We sharpen it as usual to get our tone. D sharp to E is a what? It's a semitone. We need a semitone. Don't do anything about it. E to F, is it a tone or a semitone? It's a semitone, but we need a tone. So what do? We sharpen the F like we've been doing before. Now F sharp to G is a semitone because it's half of the G. What do? We sharpen the G to get our tone. We need another tone. G sharp to A is a semitone. What do? We sharpen the A. So this, I think, the new guy. The new guy is this. A sharp. We sharpen the A. Now A sharp to B is a semitone. We get our semitone. So with the B major, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! 5. Woo, 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 woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sharps. Right? I'm very excited. So if you got 5 sharps, you are right. But if you didn't get 5 sharps, that means there's a problem somewhere. I want you to go back and apply the same pattern and see this time around whether you get 5 sharps. Wow. So that's just by the way. I'm cleaning it. You can watch it over and over and over again. You can pause it. Do your corrections. If you got it right, just send me a message. Mr. Genie, I had it right. send me a message right now and I have a surprise for you. Right. So today we'll talk about the same key signatures. But today we'll talk about the minor keys. Last week we talked about the major keys. Today we'll talk about the minor keys. Now, the minor keys do with the flats. Remember we talked about the flat? Whilst the major key is doing with the sharps, today we are not doing sharps, we are doing the flats. And the flats, that's what it reduces a note. It's the opposite of the sharp. The sharp is raising a note, the flat reduces a note. And guess what? Remember we said key C is a neutral key. So key C is neutral. So we will not talk about key C because it's a neutral key. It's either sharps or major. It's neither minor. Key C is a universal neutral key. Now we'll talk about other keys. But guess what? There is the same concept that we are going to use, but this time in a different approach. The same tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Right? Yes. So we'll start with what should we start with? Which alphabet? Okay, let's start with F. So we'll start with F. Key F. I told you one thing spectacular about F in the major keys, right? The major key F did not take the name F major. F took the name what? F sharp as a key. This time not as a sharpened alphabet, but as a key, F sharp. And I think we had about 6 sharps there, right? But in the minor keys, it is F. So I don't know whether this F is actually the major key or the minor key. But here it is F. That is the minor key F. It's neither F sharp or F flat, but F. But in the major key was F sharp, right? Now the same way, what do? We list our octave first. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is the point where I slow down because I'm coming to introduce you to another key which involves the flats, right? So I'm going to slow down for you to understand everything perfectly, right? I'm looking at you right now. I know you are sitting behind your piano or your keyboard and you are smiling and you are enjoying today's lesson, right? Yes, it is a weekly lesson, so you have one whole week to practice and watch over. I don't want you to skip to the next week. No, I want you to fulfill the week with that lesson. Get yourself acquainted with every key because it will play a role. All right. Now F. We need a what? A tone. So F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? Looking at my keyboard, so hope you can see the keyboard. Bring the camera. I want them to see the keys actually. I want them to see my hands. Yes. So F, this is F, right? Now F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? Remember I told you if there's a tone there should be a black key in between. If there's no black keys, it's not a tone, it's a semitone. Now how do we find F? You just have to know C, which is the first white key to the 2 black keys. It's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's the black keys arrangement. So the first white key to the 2 black keys is C. If this is C alphabetical order, this is D, E, F. So this is F. So F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? F to G is a tone. So we check. F to G is a tone. So we check, right? Now we have G. G to A, is it a tone or a semitone? So we come back to our keyboard. This is A. A. G to A, is it a tone or a semitone? It's a black key involved, so it's a tone, right? So we check. So you see they are following A to B, is it a tone or a semitone? Now this is where the concern is. This is A, right? A to B, is it a tone or a semitone? It's a tone because it has a black key involved. But from the formula we need a semitone, we don't need a tone. We don't need a full tone, we need a semitone. So what do we do to get our semitone? Because A to B is a tone. Unlike the major keys that we needed to sharpen to add more, right? This one, we rather need to reduce it because it's a tone and we need a semitone. So how do we reduce it? So instead of A to B being a tone, we need a semitone. So we do what? We flatten the B. That is, we bring the B back. Now let's go to the keyboard. I think it will make sense here. It will make sense here. Now this is A to B, right? If for the sharp, we would have sharpened something. But this is the flat. A to B is a tone, but we need a semitone. We just need half of the Jenny. We don't need a full Jenny. So instead of sharpen, because it's a flat, we do what? We'll flatten the B. We'll bring the B backwards, right? So we flatten the B. So this note, which was a major key sharp, this note now is a flat. It's a B flat. So from A to B flat, it's a semitone. It's no longer a tone. A to B itself is a tone, but A to B flat is a semitone. You understand? Exactly. So we flatten the B. I hope you are getting the changes. Don't get confused. That is the changes. Just we'll flatten the B. We need a semitone, but A to B itself is a tone. Right? It's a full note. It's a full journey. But we want to go to Europe before we come to USA. We don't want to move straight to USA from Africa. Right? So what do? We say we flatten USA to Europe to get half of the journey because we need just half the semitone. So we flatten the B. Right? This is just by the way. I would love to go to USA, of course. This is just by the way. In fact, so we flatten the B, right? So A to B flat is what? A semitone. So now we are at B flat. We've not even reached B yet. We've not arrived at USA yet. We are still in Europe. B flat. So B flat to C, is it a tone or a semitone? We need a tone. So B flat to B itself is a semitone, right? And B itself to C is another semitone because there is no black key between. So B flat straight to C, we can say it's a tone because it has two semitones. Let's go and prove it on the keyboard. To B itself is a semitone, half of the journey. B itself to C is also half of the journey because there is no black key. So B flat straight to C is a tone because it comprises of two semitones. You didn't clap for me. Clap for me. Clap for me. That's amazing. So B flat to C, you don't mind that. It's just by the way. B flat to C is a tone. Correct. Now C to D is also a tone because there is a black key involved. Correct. D to E is also a tone because there is a black key involved. Correct. Now E to F. Is it a tone or a semitone? It's a semitone because there is no black key involved. So running the formula through the scale of key F, we realized that we needed to flatten one key. So there was one flat involved. And that flat was what? B flat. So you get your sheet music, your staff. I don't know the song. It can be Hallelujah Chorus. It can be John Legend. It can be All of Me. It can be Adele. It can be Justin Bieber. You know, it can be anybody. But so far as the music has a sheet or it has a staff in it, and at the beginning, you see this there. Just one. It should tell you the key in which the song is in. So the key is automatically in F. Because it's only in key F that has one flat. And that flat falls on line B. Every good boy. So line B. So any note, whether a semi-breve, whether a minim, whether a crotchet, a quaver, any note that falls under it, you flatten it. Now let's play it on the keyboard and see whether we will still get our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This time in a minor key. So we start with F. This is F, right? C, D, E, F, right? So, hooray! We got it, right? We flatten it. That is how amazing it is. So we are learning the keys. We are learning the keys and I'm excited. Right? That's great. That's great. That's great. Now let's take another alphabet. What alphabet should we take? What alphabet? What alphabet? Mr. Genie, Wayne. Okay, my surname is Benyan, so let's take B. B. Now, one thing peculiar about the minor keys is that the minor keys takes their name with the flat attached to it. B minor, B flat. While the major keys take their name A, B, C. The minor keys take, it is only F. This F is a stubborn F. In the major keys, it adds sharp to it. In the minor keys, it doesn't add any. So it is only F that is unique, but the rest takes their name. So let's take key B flat. Right. So we have B flat. You know, it always take the flat. B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B flat. You remember the major key is F sharp. We started from F sharp. Likewise, this one, we started from B flat. So we'll start from B flat. We'll not go and start from B. The moment we start from B, we'll get it wrong. We gotta start from B flat. We gotta flatten it. Right. So we'll go to our keyboard. Go to our keyboard. Now this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. This is B, right? So B flat. You go backwards one. This is B. B flat. Assuming it was a major key, this one would have been A sharp. But minor with lowest. So this is B flat. So this is where we start from. Now from the board, B flat to C. Is it a tone or a semitone? That's the question you ask yourself. Right? Is it a tone or a semitone? Right. So we go to the keyboard. B flat to C. Is it a tone or a semitone? B flat to C. Is it a tone or a semitone? It is a tone. Because B flat to B itself is a semitone. B itself to C, no black key, is also a semitone. So B flat straight to C, two semitones make one tone. So it's a tone. So B flat to C is a tone. So we check. Now we are at C. We need a tone. C to D, is it a tone or a semitone? C to D is also what? A tone, because there's a black key there. We check. We are D. We are moving to E. Now what do we need from the formula? Semitone. Now D to E, is it a tone or a semitone? Now D to E on the keyboard, let's see. This is D. This is E. D, because C is the first white key to the two black keys. C, D. So D, E. D to E. Is it a tone or a semitone? We say D to E is a tone. But from the formula, we need a semitone. Right? Now, what do we do to get a semitone? Exactly. We flatten the E. So we flatten the E. So we become D to E flat. So that we get a semitone. Right? Exactly. You are smart. So we flatten the E. Remember, this is D. We are going to E. Right? And this one is a black key. It's a black key. We don't know. We are going to E. Right? But the formula says that we should get half of the journey, which is semitone. But we know that this whole thing is a full journey, which is a tone. So how do we get half of the journey? The only way we can get half of the journey, and we are using the minor keys, and we have the flat. We know that the flat lowers or reduces a note. And so we cannot sharpen it. So the only thing we will do is that we will reduce it. And how do we reduce it? By flattening the E. So the E now will come back here as E flat. So that from D to E flat becomes half of the what? Journey. And we'll get our semitone. That is all that we did there. Hope you are getting it. So this is E flat. So E flat to F. Is it a tone or a semitone? Now we've checked. Now we need a tone. E flat to F. So we go to our keyboard. This is E flat to F. It's a tone, right? And why is it a tone? Because from E flat to E itself is a semitone. Then from E itself to F is also another semitone. So E flat to F comprises of two semitones, which makes it a tone, right? So E flat to F is a tone. We check. F to G, there's a black key in between, so we don't have to stress ourselves. It's a tone. J to A, there is also a black key in between. We need a tone, so it's a tone. Now A to B flat, is it a tone or a semitone? We need a semitone. Now let's go. This is A to B flat. Remember, this is B. We flatten it B flat. So A to B flat is a tone or a semitone? It's a semitone. So if you do it right, you have to end at where you started, of which you ended at where you started, the B flat. So running the scale, the formula through the scale of B flat, we realized that there were two flats involved. The original B flat itself and the new guy. And the new guy, the E flat, which is the new guy inside. And that is how amazing it is, right? So let's play from the keyboard. applying this flat and see whether we'll still get our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So our keyboard, B flat, where is B flat? This is B flat, right? Then E flat. Then our B flat again. You see, we got it. You see how amazing it is? Exactly. Now let's go to which key? Okay, let's take E flat. Let's take the one here. So key E flat. So gradually we are doing the major keys, right? Yes. That one to the same way relates the octaves of E flat, which is E flat itself, F, G, because it's only 7 alphabets. You start again A, B flat, B, C, D, and E flat. So we are going to run the formula through and see whether we'll get more flats. That's how simple it is, right? So from E flat to F, is it a tone or a semitone? Remember, E flat to F, we did it here, right? And it's also a tone. Or we can go to the keyboard to confirm. This E flat to F is a tone, right? Because we have two semitones, E flat to E itself and E itself to F. It's a tone, right? It's a tone. Check. F to J, is it a tone or a semitone? F to J, there's a black key, is a tone. Check. J to A, is it a tone or a semitone? J to A is what? It's a tone. But from the formula, we need a semitone. The formula is demanding for a semitone. And we have a tone. So what do? Likewise, what we'll be doing, we have to do what? We have to flatten the A. Right? We have to bring the A backwards to Europe. We don't want to, we need Europe. We don't need USA now. Right? Although we want to go to USA. But don't mind me. So we bring the A backwards. This A backwards, right? So it will be from J to A flat, becoming a semitone, so that we can check it. You are getting the pattern. That's how simple it is. Once you get 1, 2, 3, the rest becomes easy. Now A flat to B, is it a tone or a semitone? Now A flat to B, is it a tone or a semitone? It's a tone, right? Yes, it's a tone. Now let's go to A flat. A flat to B. This is A flat to B. It's not a tone. It's more than a tone. Let's count and see. A flat to A itself. It's a semitone, right? A itself to B. It's a tone. So we have 1.5 tone, which is not possible. We need just a tone. So what do? We need to bring the B backwards to B flat, so that it will be A flat to A itself being a semitone, A itself to B flat being another what? Semitone. Two semitones make a tone. If not that, we jump A to B, it will become 1.5 tone, which is not possible. So what do? We flatten the A. I'll go over again so that you get that part. Now B flat to C. Is it a tone or a semitone? Now B flat to C is a tone because there are 2 tones and 2 semitones, right? So we check. Now C to D is a tone, we check. D to E flat is a semitone, we check. Now let me go over again with this. This is E flat. E flat. E flat to F is a tone because 1 semitone, another semitone, so 2 semitones make 1 tone. Now F to G is a tone, right? Because there is a black key in between. Now J to A is a tone, but from the formula, after 2 tones, we need 1 semitone. So we need to bring the A backwards, so to be J to A flat, right? Now A flat, we are now A flat here. We need a tone. A flat to B is more than a tone, because A flat to A itself is a semitone. A itself to B is another tone, so 1.5 tone. E to B flat, so that it will be A flat to B flat, making 2 semitones, which is 1 tone. That is A flat to A itself and A itself to B flat. That's why we reduce it. I hope you get it. Yes. So running the scale of E flat, we realize that we had 3 flats, which is B flat itself, E flat, and the new guy is A flat. So in the sheet music, Justin Bieber's song, Love Yourself, and probably the music engineer have brought the sheet music. And all of a sudden, you see this. You see this. And you see this at the beginning. Which key is the song in? The song is in key E flat, because it's only in E flat that will get very flat, and it is on line E, space E, line B, and space A. In the bass part, you see 3 flats there. So at the beginning, just after the clef, the number of key signatures there will determine the key it is in. You know, music, they use these symbols to speak to us, and they know Mr. Genie have taught you all these things. So therefore, you will know. Thank you. Now, let's quickly do one more. Then you do the rest as an assignment, as we did last week, right? So let's do key A flat. The same way we have A flat, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A flat. You ask yourself the same question you've been asking yourself. From A flat to B, is it a tone or a semitone? Right? Now from A flat to B, is it a tone or semitone? Let's go to the keyboard. So this is A flat to B. That's what we did, and we said it's more than a tone, right? Because A flat to A itself is a semitone. Then A itself to B is a tone, so 1.5 tone. We need a tone. So we backslide it, we lower it, we flatten it, we flatten the B so that it will be A flat to A itself to B flat. So we flatten the B, right? We flatten the B. Now B to C, is it a tone, or B flat to C, is it a tone or a semitone? We need a tone, it's a tone, so we check. C to D, is it a tone or a semitone? C to D is a tone, but we need a semitone, so what do? We need to flatten the D. Beautiful. I mean, we are getting the concept so fast. We can go to the keyboard to prove it. Now, C to D is a tone, but from the formula, after 2 tones, we need a semitone, so what do? We flatten the D, so that it will be C to D flat, which is a semitone, to satisfy the formula. Now, it's left with 3 tones and 1 semitone, and we are done. Now, D flat, right? D flat to E, is it a tone or a semitone? Right? D flat to E, it's more than a tone, because D flat to D itself is what? A semitone. Then D itself to E, because there's a black key, is what? A tone, so 1.5 tone. So what do? We need to reduce the E by flattening it back, so that it will be from D flat to D itself 1 semitone, D itself to E flat another semitone, making a tone. Now let's go and let me prove it here. D flat, where is it? D flat. So D flat to D itself is a semitone. Now, D itself to E, there's a black key, so it's a tone. So it's D flat to E directly is 1.5 tone. But we need just 1 tone. So what do? I'm saying we flatten the E so that it will be D flat to D itself and D itself to E flat. So 1 semitone, another semitone, making a tone. Right? Very amazing. Now E flat to F, is it a tone or a semitone? It's a tone, right? Because E flat to E itself is a semitone. E itself to F, no black key, so it's also another semitone. So E flat straight to F is a what? A tone, because it's comprised of 2 tones. We check. F to G, is it a tone or a semitone? There's a black key in between, right? So F to G is what? It's a tone. We check. G to A flat, is it a tone or a semitone? So left with 1 semitone. G to A flat, is it a tone or a semitone? Let's go to G. Where's G? This is G. To A flat. This is A, so A flat. G to A flat, just half of the journey. So it's what? A semitone. So running the formula through the scale of A flat, we had how many flats? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just repeat them. So 4 flats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it fell on which one? A flat, B flat, E flat, and the new guy, A flat. That's how amazing it is. So 4 flats. So we'll draw our stuff. Draw our stuff, and you see at the beginning, you see this, you see this, you see this, you see this. Automatically, it's in which key? Key A flat. That is how simple the minor keys are. So you see, we've derived the minor keys right from the piano with the help of our formula. Mr. Genie, don't mind me. I'm here to do my work, right? My job is to impart all that I know. Remember, all these things, I'm not holding a textbook. I'm not holding anything. I'm teaching you straight from here. It means that you also need to absorb it. And that makes you a professional pianist. You absorb all these steps, all this knowledge in your head. Yes, that's how important it is. If you know you cannot derive all these things, just focus on the number of flats. Know that anytime there's 1 flat at the beginning, after the clef, it's in key F. Anytime there's 2 flats, it's the key B flat, 3, E flat. That is how simple it is. Okay, that's why you have 1 whole week to practice and get yourself abreast with that. And once you get that, you play the tonic sophas with it. Right? Our next lesson is the fingering. I'll teach you how you can position your fingers on the keyboard and makes it flexible for you to move. In fact, you're becoming a professional pianist already. So it's left with which one? It's left with D flat. So it's 5 actually. Plus D flat, sorry. It's 5. It's 5. How is it 5? Yeah, it's 5. It's supposed to be 4. No, it's 4. It's 4. Correct, it's 4. So it's D, sorry. It's 4. So the next one is D flat, key D flat. The other one is key. Have we done G? Nope, G flat. So your assignment is in with key D flat and key G flat. Can you do it? Yes, they can do it. So this is the assignment for next week. This brings us to the end of this week's lesson. See you same time next week. I don't want you to rush with this. I want you to take your time because some things takes time, right? Warren Buffett said you cannot get a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Some things just takes time. This takes time, practice, and commitment. I want you to take your time and practice and just get a concept on your keyboard branding skills, right? Next week we'll do the fingering, how you can position your fingers. We start with the songs, and there you go. You have the knowledge and you have the skills. Thank you very much. See you Sunday.